Always the same route. Always the same silence. But that night, the silence felt wrong. Too heavy. Too still. Like the land itself was holding its breath. He heard it before he saw it. A low, guttural sound. Not from an animal in pain, but from one that had already decided. And when it burst through the brush, all 400 pounds of rage and tusk aimed straight at him, Marcus knew he wasn't going to make it. Not alone. Hey, I'm James. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and leave me a like. It truly means the world. Now tell me, where are you watching from? Drop your city in the comments. I read every single one. Today I'm bringing you a real account from Marcus Webb, a rancher from Hill Country, Texas. This story was never covered by the news, never picked up by any media outlet. It was passed on quietly, the way the most real stories always are. And I'm reading it to you exactly as Marcus wrote it down. So settle in, because what happened on that ranch in 2014, you won't forget it. I remember the exact sound my boots made on the dry grass that evening. A flat, dead crunch with every step. It hadn't rained in 3 weeks, and the hill country was showing it. Cracked soil, dust hanging low, and that burnt orange sky that only Texas does right before the dark swallows everything. I was maybe 200 yards from the truck when Thor stopped walking. He didn't growl, didn't bark, he just stopped, head low, body locked. Every single muscle in that dog pulled tight like a cable about to snap. I'd had Thor for 6 years by then. I knew every sound he made, every mood, every tail. And that stillness, that particular stillness, I had never seen before. I looked where he was looking. The brush along the east fence line was moving, not from the wind. Something was pushing through it, slow and deliberate, like it wasn't afraid of anything on this earth. And then I smelled it, musky, thick, wild, before the thing even cleared the tree line. It came out fast, faster than anything that size has a right to move. A boar, massive, dark as charcoal, with a neck so thick it looked like the head just grew straight from the shoulders. Those tusks caught the last of light, and I felt my stomach drop straight through the ground. It wasn't sniffing around. It wasn't confused or startled. It had already locked onto me, and it was coming in a dead straight line. I had maybe 2 seconds. Thor gave me both of them. He launched himself sideways, not forward, not straight at the boar's face the way you'd expect a dog to charge. Sideways, like he decalculated the angle in a split second and went for the neck from the left flank, hitting that animal mid-stride and throwing off the charge just enough to make it miss me by inches. I felt the heat of it as it passed. The air moved. I stumbled back and hit the fence post hard, but I stayed on my feet. I couldn't look away. What was happening 10 feet in front of me didn't look real. Thor had locked onto the boar's thick neck and was holding. Not biting and releasing, not backing off, holding with everything he had, while that boar twisted and slammed and tried to shake him loose like he was nothing. But Thor was not nothing. The boar drove him into the ground once, twice. I heard Thor grunt, this deep, pain sound that hit me somewhere in the chest. But he didn't let go. He repositioned and bit down harder. The boar screamed. I didn't even know they could scream like that. It was almost human. I started moving toward the truck. Slow at first, then running. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely pull the door open. The rifle was behind the seat. I grabbed it, turned back around, and froze. Thor was being dragged. The boar had him by the scruff now, swinging him sideways. But even then, even suspended in the air, that dog had his jaws locked. I raised the rifle, and I couldn't shoot. Not with Thor that close. Not like that. I stood there, rifle up, heart hammering, watching my dog fight something twice his weight with nothing but will. And I thought, if he dies here, it's because I didn't move fast enough. That thought broke something loose in me. I fired into the air. Once. Twice. The boar flinched. Lost focus for half a second. That was enough. Thor twisted free, hit the ground, and planted himself between me and that animal, bleeding, chest heaving, but standing, still standing. The boar looked at both of us, then it turned and disappeared into the dark brush like it had never been there. I dropped to my knees in that dry Texas dirt, and I put both arms around Thor. He was shaking. So was I. He licked my face once, and then just leaned into me, heavy and warm and alive. I never told this story to the press, never posted it anywhere. Some things aren't made for the noise of the world. Some things you just carry, but I wrote it down because you deserved at least that much. That was Marcus Webb's story, word for word, just as he wrote it. What do you think? Could your dog do what Thor did? Drop it in the comments. I want to know. And if this hits you the way it hit me, leave a like and subscribe. There are more real stories like this one coming. Don't miss them.